rivalry. So tell us more about the podcast. Like, what happened and why did you want to do it?
You know, we really, it kind of just came from us saying, like, we should do a podcast.
Yeah.
It was like that simple. And
were y'all close growing up? Like, is this what?
Yeah, well, no, I mean, the idea that,
we weren't.
Yeah,
we
well, no.
weren't.
I mean, we were close by proximity, you know, obviously. Like, we are.
But I think that's what makes the podcast nice, because we do revere each other now, but back in the day, we were going through some stuff, and
that's sisters and brothers.
So much stuff. Well, what's interesting is that since we've been interviewing so many siblings, we realize that a lot of times we're sort of like, I'm like, why weren't you like that when we were kids? Like, they're so nice.
Yeah, and then I'm like, why aren't you like this now?
Why?
I have an excuse. I was 8. What's your excuse?
What is your reason now? How much therapy should we go through?
No, but it's really a special show for us, because it started as us wanting to work together and do something. Siblings was the obvious thing. Yeah. It's an underexplored relationship, I think. And really, when siblings are together more than when we are with our parents, you know.
I mean, that's all we have.
Yeah, and we lean on each other and we fight, and there's all kinds of dynamics, and we wanted to get into that.
I tell my kids this because I was a child of divorce. They are too. Y'all are as well.
Yeah.
But I tell my kids this. I keep saying to them, I'm like, quit fighting amongst each other. They're 22 months apart. I'm like, you're each other's like buddy for life.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna get mad at me. Yeah.
It's funny because these relationships, siblings, and the whole family dynamic, they define who we are, you know. And as we grow up, you kind of are either looking to sort of separate yourself from whatever that dynamic is and try to sort of pave your own way because
you're finding out who you are.
Or you're trying to continue to nurture those relationships. And so when we talk to all these different people, the common denominator of all of it is everyone wants to feel loved by their sibling.
Absolutely.
And you know, and some people aren't really able to get there. They aren't really able to have that like close connection based on where they were raised, what the divorce situation was,
and how it affected each child.
We also have specialists on, like, we had someone on estrangement, you know, on sibling estrangement, which is really an interesting topic.
Which is something that we know a lot about, you know, and with our father. But and then we had a twin expert. Oh yeah, that's right.
Me as well.
Can I tell you something?
What?
When you sang that song on American Idol.
Oh, sorry.
I lost it.
I was pregnant.
I lost it with you.
But it does. But becoming a parent, exactly. You know it.
Yeah.
So no, you know what's interesting though? That dynamic is, everything changed whenever I became a mom, because then I realized the gravity of the situation, and that's where that song came from. Because I was like, you know, I accepted a lot of things. You work through things, and then when you come, you're like, how could you leave your? I would never leave my kid.
No, it's
like,
crazy.
You know, but you know, then you have to do that, and then you have to get to then you have to start looking at that. You know, forgiveness and their life and why they're like they are. Exactly. And talk about repairing. Like, what does that mean? And is it possible? Is it not? I mean, it's just, you know, sometimes it isn't.
Sometimes it isn't.
Sometimes it isn't.
Yeah.
You know, and then sometimes, you know, it's really important to repair because that's gonna, you know, it's there, it's available, and it, you know,
that's different for each child.
Yeah.
Even my sister, my brother, and I all experienced the divorce of our family very differently.
You know, we found, which we didn't even realize, was how many people tune in and really feel like they're able to share and their stories with us. Like,
and almost be more open with you than they are with like people that are close to them.
Yeah, like these are things we should be talking about. Like, that's one thing I think that, you know, in today's day and age, like, we need to sort of be looking, you know, more inward and at the family dynamic, you know.
Mental health in general.
And these things really, you know, even just talking about it and exploring them, and even, you know, having a sense of humor about things that are really hard, that, you know, Oliver and I can be laughing and have a very dark sense of humor about things. But then at the same time, we cry at like the drop, like we can't even get into our email reads episodes without bawling. I mean,
because we listener emails and stuff, and I'm a total mess.
Yeah, we're just both.
Kate usually has to take over.
It's got to be therapeutic for y'all as well, though, connecting with all those people.
It is. You know, I think family, we think family is everything, and this is coming from a family that is not perfect. We're a patchwork family.
No family is.
And that's
It's also fun because we have deeper conversations, and it's funny when you have the mic in front of your face there's a safety there for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm able to sort of express myself
even
to
better
Kate
with her?
even better than with when we're not on.
Yeah, I'm like, why did this take you like 30 years to express this like on air, like on a
but I'm still not getting anywhere. All I get is, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.